Hi and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. Today I have put a video together of me making blackberry jam, which did not go 100% smoothly, but you'll see that in the video. So I thought I would put it together, and I also managed to rescue some plum jam, which I'm rather pleased about. So yeah, sit down, have a coffee and see just how easy it can be to make jam once you get it sussed. I've only made maybe 3 or 4 batches, and that's me pretty much now. That's it setting. I've had a few times when it hasn't set. Now I've worked out what I've done wrong. So yeah, have a seat, have a look and enjoy the video. In the pot here, as you can see, we have my blackberries. That is £2 of blackberries weight wise. That was the 4 packs that I got in the shopping that you can see in the July haul. Now obviously to make jam these ones are too big because they really are like rather large blackberries, as you can see. So we're going to squish them. So I'm just going to take a potato masher and break them down. And the good thing about blackberries is they're full of those little bubble bits. So they break down quite well. I think my old potato masher would have been better, but this one will do for now. Yep. So that was very noisy, isn't it? So here we go, let's get this off the masher. So, £2 of blackberries means £2 of sugar. Now, just because of the size of the scales, I have got it in 8-ounce increments. Have my little scoopy. And roughly it works out that 1 scoop is roughly 8 ounce. There we go. 1. Really? 2. 3. 'That'll be 4. So that is that done. Now what I'm going to do is mix this all together. I need this is my jam spoon. I always have one of the longer wooden spoons for jam, just in case there's any splashback or whatever when I'm boiling it. So we're just going to mix the sugar in with the blackberries. And as I have literally just come in from work, I'm going to go and pour myself a cup of coffee. I had the coffee machine on there while I was washing the blackberries. There we go. As you can see, lovely mix of sugar and blackberries. So we're just going to let that sit while I go and have a coffee, and then we'll be back. That has now been sitting for about half an hour. As you can see, it looks lovely. So we're going to throw in some lemon juice. Might as well finish bottle. And I'm also going to throw in some pectin. Which is quite a lot, but I've had a couple of runny jams recently, so now we'll just give that a bit of a mix. As you can hear, that's Raven in the background wanting out. So, I'll go put this on the heat and I'll be back. Now, as you can see, we have our jam up to the boil and we just need to let it do its thing for a while. Thankfully, I found, where are we? My jam thermometer. I had this ages ago and completely forgot about it. And it has a mark there that says jam. So, we will let this do its thing for a while, stirring it occasionally, well, more than occasionally, because I'm very scared. I don't want to scorch the fruit, so I don't want to have it up too high, and I want to keep it moving. So we're going to let this do its thing while I plutter about and do other stuff, and we'll be back soon. Here we are. That is the glass jars out of the hot water, and what I want to do is get them filled up before they cool down. Now, I have got no idea how much this is going to do. Basically, as you may have noticed, I've got no idea what I'm doing about jam making. I decided this wasn't looking like it was going to set, so I added another ½ pound of sugar and quarter a jar of pectin. Well, that was a bit of an adventure there. We have 4 jars of blackberry jam. We also have a broken bit that normally holds my phone on my tripod. As you can see, it's snaphead. So yeah, this is going to be fun. But yes, 4 jars of blackberry jam, so we'll need to wait until it cools down to see if it sets. Fingers crossed, because I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying and that's all we can do. So I will see you soon. Here we are with my 4 jars of blackberry jam. Now, anyone who's tried to make jam will tell you that when I can do this, and look, there's no running, my jam has set. I am so totally and utterly excited about that. I have no words. So, that jam has set, so that's my 4 jars of blackberry jam. Here, we have my 5 jars of plum jam. Now, I made this plum jam last week, and when I went like that, it all fell into the lid. So, at 5:30 this morning, when I got up, I reboiled it. Can you imagine? 5:30 this morning, I reboiled that. And put in... Oh, hang on, I'm going to have to change this round. I have got no idea how to do this. Nope, that's not it. Okay, bear with me, I'll come back. I'm back. So, 5:30 this morning, I was standing doing this with the plum jam because I was not willing to lose 5 jars of jam because it hadn't set. So what I did was I came down, opened all the jars, emptied them into the pot, started it boiling, added more sugar, added more pectin, and put the jars into the dishwasher for a short wash. Did all that, had my breakfast, and then rejarred it just before I went to work. So they were probably in the jars before 7. And when I came back tonight, they were set. So I am very excited, as you can tell, because I now have it sussed. What I think has happened, for anyone who is a beginner jam maker like me, I had done, if I had £2 of blackberries, I put in £2 of sugar. £2 of plums, I put in £2 of sugar. As you saw from the video just before I dropped the camera, I put in another ½ pound of sugar, so it's like 1 1/4 of your fruit to your sugar. And I have to say that once that started boiling, you could see the difference in the way it was boiling. It was more like a boiling candy. It was more like sugar boiling than fruit boiling. So that definitely made the difference. So yeah, there is my blackberry jam making. I hope that it helps you in your efforts in jam making and preserving. And I'll see you soon.